Hi everyone. In our experiments in this course, we're going to want to temporarily wire components together and connect those components to the Arduino, and so that when we're done with an experiment or puttering around, we can reuse those components. So to temporarily wire things together, we're going to use a breadboard, which is shown right in front of you here, and jumper wires. And originally a breadboard was literally that, a breadboard. They just wired components to a piece of wood that was originally designed to slice bread, so they just repurposed it. Now it's morphed into this. This is technically called a solderless breadboard because we don't need to melt metal to connect parts. And a jumper wire is just a wire with a pin on it that we can easily attach to a hole in the breadboard. So let's set that aside just momentarily. So here's an LED, and I've connected it to the positive and negative. The short leg of an LED goes to negative or ground, and the long leg goes to positive. And I have it connected to a 3-volt power supply here, and I'm just going to turn on that supply. And you see the light lights up. Nothing too brilliant there, but it's going to help us illustrate a breadboard. And here's the scoop with a breadboard. So each column here of a breadboard, these are all connected together. So all these holes I'm pointing to are connected to one another. They're not connected across this valley or divide. So this hole here is not connected to this one. This hole here, though, is connected to this one, this one, this one, and this one. The side rails, as they're called, these rows on the side, are connected to one another. There's this one's connected to this one here, to this one, and so on. So they're just all connected down the row, as well as this row here. So let's see how we can use this to construct a simple circuit. So here's my LED. The long end's on the top, the negative's on the bottom. Let me just connect that up. Okay, so I have this connected to the breadboard, and as I said, this wire connector here is connected to this one, this one, this one, and this one, so I can connect a wire to this leg of the LED just by poking it in one of those holes. So let me just make a quick adjustment here. So this white wire is connected to the ground of my power supply. I'm just going to connect that in that row. So this wire that I connected is connected to this leg here because it's in the same column. Let's do the same up here. And this wire is connected to the long leg of the LED because it's in the same column. Now let me turn on my power supply. And you see I have the light lights up. So those wires are connected to that LED. And keep in mind that I can arrange this any way I want. So I can move this LED down here. And remember, let me get my pointer. These are connected all in a long row. So I can connect the ground there. And connect this to that other end. And now turn on my power supply, and the light lights up. I could alternatively turn it this way. Okay, now let me wire that up so the negative goes there. Positive. And I'm going to turn on my power supply, and there we go. I could add more wires if I want. I can put this wire down here. Let me just get a small wire here, a black wire. There. Let me move this to here, this side, sorry. So here we have the ground coming. So here we have the ground coming in, sorry. Right, it goes to this wire because these are all connected together. It goes here, which is connected to the short leg of the LED, and this red one goes off to my power. Let me turn that power on. So that's the basics of breadboards. So just again, let me just kind of remove these wires. So it doesn't matter how you connect things, whether it's in row 10 way over here or 35. It just matters what wire is connected to what component. So again, the columns are all connected, but they don't go across this divide. And the rows are connected up on the top and the bottom. As you can see, these are marked negative and plus. So by convention, we would wire this to be ground or negative and this to be plus. It's not required, and just if we don't connect it, it doesn't magically have any voltage there, but that's the convention, that you'd put a negative or ground go running to this rail and a positive to this one. This plus is not connected to this one, so if we wanted both to be plus, this one and this one way over here, we'd need to wire them separately. So if we look at a circuit like the one shown on our web page, like this, we can wire it like it's shown. So here it is here with my Arduino Uno wired up, and let me just plug in some power. And it's blinking fine, but it can be anywhere, right? I can move this to here, move my resistor accordingly, and move my little light, and it still blinks. So it doesn't matter that the diagram shows to put it in one place and you put it in another. Or I could go inventive and do this on an angle here. And it blinks. So it just matters again what wire. So we have a wire that's connected to the long end of the LED. That short end of the LED is connected to this resistor. We'll learn about those in the blink assignment or blink task, and that one's connected to the ground of our Uno. So that's all I wanted to show about breadboards and jumper wires. I hope that was helpful and you understand it. Take care. Bye.